What's up, herd? This is your update for Monday, the 8th of July. I am recording this on the 7th as I am away at a conference the first couple days of this week, but I will be back on Wednesday for a normal market update. But let's get on into the charts, guys. First, I'd like to chat a little bit about the news on Bitcoin. Germany reverses its course on its 1,915 Bitcoin bought in market play. So the German government actually sold off a bunch last week that led to some of the FUD in the market last week over the 4th. And they actually ended up buying back at a lower price, guys. And so they're doing some whale games and manipulating the market a little bit. They have now 40,000 Bitcoin in their treasury. Bitcoin came all the way down to $53,000 the other way, massive wick down. And though it's respecting the box that I drew a couple weeks ago for the rest of this summer, I do expect it to come down as once it's been wicked, it will get candlesticked is a mantra that I've heard for the last couple cycles, guys, and it seems to be generally true. If we have a massive wick down, it's often, in fact, almost imperative that we see a candlestick completely engulf that wick, or at least most of it, right? For example, this happened back here at the end of the bear market where we wicked down and we eventually touched it with a candlestick before we started heading in the upwards direction again. I do expect this to happen, or at least be a very likely scenario. Though I like to see the price back in this box here, as it was kind of the expectation before we saw the FUD in the market, especially with Mt. Gox, with the German government, with the American government also hinting at some sales as well. So we did see some sell-offs. Money flow was super low. In fact, it was as low as it's ever been this cycle, bouncing off of this yellow line down here, which happened back in January of 2024 and now again in June of 24. So I do expect to see upward movement through the end of the summer into the fall, guys, but we could crab sideways or even go a little bit lower. First, I think the line in the sand for me in particular is about $50,000. If we see a Bitcoin price below 50,000, I'd be rather surprised. We would have to see some sort of even worse news than Mt. Gox come into play if that was to be the case. Now on Ethereum, guys, we're just waiting any day now to hear back about the ETFs. The final deadline on the S1 filings is tomorrow. So those were the renewed filings that the SEC requested. So within the next couple of weeks, we should hear some final thoughts and know exactly when the ETFs are going to launch for Ethereum. I do think this will help us greatly, as what goes well for Ethereum will go well for all of DeFi. Moving on to BNB. BNB down 4.5% already today, kind of respecting these the wick that's kind of respecting the bottom of the candlestick that happened with the wick on the 4th there, guys. Actually looks rather similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum. All these current candles are kind of erasing gains after yesterday. We had a nice recovery off of the bottom of the wicks and are right in that body of the candlestick that we put in on the 4th or Thursday. So this is looking pretty similar across the board, actually. Kind of surprised to see BNB below 520. Maybe I should rearrange this line down to 500. So I'm going to go ahead and move this line down to 500, as it actually corresponds better with some price action earlier on in last cycle. And so I'm going to sit that line right at around $500 and hope that it respects that nice psychological number of 500 as we move into this next portion of the cycle. Solana looking pretty similar, though did not come back as low as the rest of the market, guys. Got some decent money flow into Solana over the last week, and I think it's going to try to attempt to get back over this this previous support, now resistance line over the next couple of weeks. Solana, I do think, is still going to be the major narrative in this cycle, as it was last cycle. It has come out to be a very strong competitor in the DeFi space, and though Ethereum has evolved very well and done well with L2s, and with the L2s has actually come better fees on L1 as well. So these opportunities are coming back to Ethereum. Solana is still crushing it as far as retail money goes, and I think will attract more institutional money as we're starting to hear more about Solana ETFs coming into play soon. Now let's get into the elephant money ecosystem. We saw a nice run up to nearly 90 cents, and we're continuing to see some turbulence as a lot of holders of Trunk did buy or accumulate back in this range where it was $1, it was a stable coin initially. And we've seen some traders in this range as well and holding and buying more down here. I think a lot of people are taking profit, but this is not what we need, guys. We need Trunk to continue to move up, especially as the Solend market, our debt market, if you will, is continuing to grow. We have $6 million, $6.4 million in USDC deposits, almost 20 million in Trunk deposits. This has been going extremely well, guys. Between the BNB side, the Solana side, and then primarily in the Solend pool, guys, BT has made over $900,000 in just 3 weeks. I can imagine that continuing to grow as this pool grows, and the pot of money that the Savannah House now holds being over that $4 million. I believe that will continue to grow in BT's hands, guys. So hold on to your Trunk. Make sure to continue to DCA and keep those Trunk tokens out of the LPs, guys. With that, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content just like this. I'll be back on Wednesday, guys, normal time, putting this content out every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make sure to join us as well on Wednesday for our spaces. That happens every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Central Time. We often get some downloads from BT himself. And make sure to check out our official Telegram, link in the description below for that as well, where BT gives us the plays that are going on this cycle, and Trunk is the play right now, guys. Have a great week, and God bless.